Hello, welcome to the No Rest for the Vivid podcast. My name is Claire Hill, self-belief and business coach and founder of the Vivid Business Club and full of snot. I feel like a pile of dog shit. Before I go into today's podcast episode, which funnily enough is not about dog shit. Actually, saying that, there is a small amount of shit today. But before that, I just want to say a massive thank you for listening. And myself and Hannah is my assistant, which is just, she's more than that. And we watch and celebrate every single one of you that reviews the podcast, follows it and subscribes, or subscribes, whatever they call it, wherever you're listening. And we just celebrate every single time that we see somebody following. And even though we don't know who you are, we're very grateful. And what I'm trying to do is plan some kind of giveaway for anybody that can anyone that can review. Sorry, my brain is foggy. Anyone that can review on the Apple Podcast. So I'm very, very welcome to go and do a review on Apple Podcasts, but a little reward is coming, I think, for August. So just because obviously you're going to be listening to this podcast while you're on holiday, in the summer holidays, while you're, avoiding your kids. Though I don't want to talk, I'm not going to avoid my child. I'm going to enjoy the summer. An amazing client of mine, Natasha, who has her own podcast, Imperfect Mum. She, go and find her on Instagram, Imperfect Mum. I think you can just find her that way. She has just launched a group program to support mums and parents to really enjoy their kids through the summer. So though I'm saying avoid, I think, we all need our own time through the summer holidays. Right, I've gone off a right tangent, but in August, there's going to be a little competition for reviews on Apple Podcasts. Okay, so just watch this space, but I can't do it for Spotify. So keep putting those reviews in. It's very much appreciated. Oh God, I do feel like dog shit still. I have this, whatever I've had, cold, flu, virus. I suppose it's all the same. It's all still a virus, isn't it? Just feel like it's just wiped me out. And as if you're listening to this and you are a subscriber or follower, you know that this podcast is late. I think it's the first time in a very, very, very long time that I've delivered late. I don't think I have actually in 2 years. I know that the podcast had a bit of an upgrade and I started to be really consistent with the 2 episodes a week and everything. But I definitely 100%, I don't think I've been late. Now, that is because the day that I block book and I'm meant to record, I was poorly and I thought, I'd be all right. I'll be better tomorrow. And it's literally the point where I do the block recordings like a month in advance, near enough. And I got ill and I thought, okay, it'll be fine. I'll be better tomorrow. And I wasn't, and not the next day. And I'm still not better. So this is the 5th day, is it? 6th, the 6th day. Oh, I'm not very good at being ill. So I'm going to do my best. Don't pity me. Don't get the violins out, because I'm going to show you how I'm really grateful for this illness. And that this illness has shown me that something magical is coming around the corner. Now, if you've ever been in this situation, right, you've planned something really important, okay? Like, it happened to one of my friends, actually. She got married. I was one of her bridesmaids, and we all came down with a sick bug, norovirus, on the wedding day. It was a nightmare, actually. It was horrible, especially for her. I still feel so bad for her. I'm trying to convince her to get married again so she gets that perfect day. It was a brilliant day, to be fair. I mean, my husband had the best day of his life, and then he got sick the next day. But anyway, so many people got sick. But my poor friend. Oh my God, I felt so bad for her. But in hindsight, like, I was like, well, you're going to have an amazing marriage. You ever have those things where you're working towards something that you really wanted to be perfect, doesn't exist, but almost perfect, and then just as you're heading towards that, you get ill, or your children get ill, or they keep you up all night, or the tech issues go crazy, or whatever. You know you're heading towards something massive. That I really do feel like that. And the reason I believe this, and I'm just recording this episode more, I suppose, for myself to be like, it doesn't matter that you've got ill in the middle of a launch for your new course, but also for anybody else that's, we are, so at the moment, my business, though I have an enormous amount of help from Hannah, my business at the moment is my brain. It's me that has to think. And actually, myself and Hannah have had a big discussion about delegation. I can support anybody to delegate. Myself, I'm much better than I was, but there are still some things that I bottleneck the situation where it's down to me to move things forward. Now, it might be the same for you, especially if you've got a team where the decisions, and I was actually talking to my sister about this. My sister's a head teacher of a local primary school. And I was like, where we become, when you're a really good leader, when you're like really good at what you do and you enjoy most aspects of it, and I love what I do, there are times if I become overloaded, and it can be one tiny thing that slips because of the workload. I never feel overwhelmed. I'm just like, I'm like, everything's happening exactly as it should, and I stand by that. But there's like a tipping point of, I'm overloaded. I can't tell Hannah what I need, and the situation bottlenecks at me, and we've had fireworks are back. Oh my God, fireworks are back. Now, what is it? So if you're just listening, the fireworks have just gone off on the camera, so I'm just going to keep my hand still. So annoying. Anyway, so me and Hannah have had a really an in-depth conversation about how she can support me to not bottleneck, and we've got some ideas which I'm going to share with you actually, because it's really important if you're worried about delegating and how to delegate and moving forward. Like, there's no point in me delegating if I'm still the bottleneck. Anyway, why did I start talking about this? Being ill, bottleneck. No, I don't know. I've lost that train. I have had a plan. The thing is, right, I've got a plan for this podcast. I've got a structure to it. I know what I want you to get out of this, and I know how the impact for you is going to be. But when I go off on a tangent, I haven't got a plan for that bit, so I'm just going to come back to the thing. Anyway, so I've been ill. And I was talking to a member inside the Vivid Business Club about it, and she was in the middle of a launch, and just said, like, these things will come to test us when we're poorly, like when we're striving for something, and things will come to test us because it's, and this is how I interpret it, and it's a wonderful way to interpret it. It makes me feel so much better, is that if we think of this situation, this challenging situation, as a test, it's all right. Well, nobody likes tests. I mean, Monica from Friends does, but we don't like to be, I suppose, tested to see tests our resolve, like, how much do you want it? And I was reading a book this morning, actually, to prepare myself to start work and be like, right, I've got to have some energy today. I think I'm going to finish at lunchtime, but I've got to have some energy. Got in the bath at like 5 o'clock this morning, and tried to sweat the rest of it out. Really hot bath. And I read The Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert again. This book, I can't recommend it enough. And I don't think it is just for creative entrepreneurs. I think it's for any entrepreneur, anybody that finds themselves creating in any world, in any life, in any way, but also when you've got to be a problem solver and you've got to think outside of the box. And as business owners, all of us are this. All of us have to think outside of the box, especially, and if you are a leader, you're listening to this, you don't run a business, you're a leader, you've got to think outside of the box. And there was a point in there's a bit in the book, and I've read it so many times, I literally allow it to fall open at the place, and I just think, I must be needing to read this. And it was bang on again. And in the book, she talks about shit sandwiches. And doing something that you love to do, running a business, doing the work that you want to do, even if you love it, there is always going to be some kind of shit sandwich that you've got to eat. I can't remember the guy that she says about it in the book that said to her to this, but she was friends with somebody who was an artist. And he was getting up every day and he was like, this is so frustrating. It's not fair. I just want this to all be for something. And that is playing the finite game. That is playing the game in business or doing something that you love where there is an ending. That once you reach a certain point, that is when everything is going to fall into place and you will know it has all been worth it. I play the infinite game. I play the game of I'm here for all the frustrations, all of the challenges, and all of the amazing wins as well. I'm here for all of it. And she talks about when you love something enough, when you love doing something enough, it's not about doing something that you're passionate about. It's doing something that you're passionate enough about that you are okay to eat a shit sandwich for. Just the thought of shit sandwich, I just literally imagined it, made me want to heave. But it's true. Like, am I in this? Am I in this game? The podcast game, the membership game, the course game, the coaching game, what I do, what I'm here to do. Am I in it enough to eat the shit sandwiches? Yes, I am. And I have been served a shit sandwich the last 6 days. Because what topped it off was, because I said to my husband, why have you been, why were you working so late last week then? And I was like, tech issues. Because this is the thing, right? I can plan, and I'm sending to you a productivity course, by the way, the Productivity Academy. I'm not saying, I am very organised, I'm very efficient, and I'm very productive. Otherwise, how am I selling a course? Like, everything I teach works, it's perfect. But I cannot control tech issues. I can control the expectation that there's going to be an issue and allow some room for that, which I did do. I just don't anybody get Thrivecart. I'm going to say it, don't buy Thrivecart, anybody, just saying. Anything that you have to pay one-off for does not have enough funding to make sure the software is brilliant. I'm just saying. Sorry, Thrivecart. I was going to sign up and do an affiliate and have it on my website, but I'm not now. I will continue to use it for small amounts of things, but I don't. But I'm pissed off, as you can tell. I feel bad now for saying it out loud, but I've said it. Sorry, Thrivecart. I'm not sorry. There we go. There's me being a people pleaser because I'm ill. So there was tech issues. There's been another tech issue. There was another one at the beginning of the launch as well. So that's 3 tech issues. I've woken up to another tech issue this morning. I've been on the phone 2 weeks already this morning. And it just, I just think, brilliant. Just another piece of evidence, another slice of shit sandwich that I'm going to eat to show how passionate I am about doing this. And I was like, what? That moment yesterday, I was thinking about this. Like, I'm not in this just to make you more money. I'm in a lot of it to make you more money. I love helping people make more money. I really want to help you make more money. I have got that gift where I look at a business and I can find some more profit in it or another way to make money. One of our Vivid Business Club members has launched her first passive income, her first piece of passive income last week, and it's selling so well. And I just think, oh my God, I'm so excited for her. Passive income. Oh my God, I love it. So I love helping you make more money. But what I love more than that is helping you to believe you've got your shit together. Helping, not even to believe, but like helping you to have your shit together and helping you to be productive and efficient and have that confidence that if you do get sick in the middle of a launch, like I have, I'm just like, nah, oh well, that's a bit unfortunate. Things haven't gone to plan how I thought they were going to go, but I'm okay. Everything's okay. I'm just going to keep going. And I am rewriting the whole of the launch now, because it was going to end on Wednesday. Well, today's Monday. There's not very much. I have not been able to sell it. I'm not being able to do my normal like lives and stories that I always do in my launches. If you've been around when I'm doing a launch and launching something new, I'm always on Instagram. I'm on stories. I love doing lives. I love doing all of that. And I haven't been able to do it. So do I stick to my guns? No. Who cares about the dates? I care about the date. I want to make sure that as many people that can access this can access it as much as possible. So yeah, I am 100% changing it all up. I am changing the dates. I'm going to add the masterclass link, so you can, even if you weren't there for the live, I'm going to put a link so you can get the replay. So it's instant. You can access it instantly. I'm going to put that in the show notes. And the limited offer, I'm going to extend it. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm going to extend it to the end of next week, which will be the 26th of July, and then have the course ready to drip feed on the 1st of August. That's what I'm going to do. Actually, no, I'm going to extend till the 31st of July, actually. So you've got another couple of weeks to make your mind up. And the reason I'm doing this is that I think sometimes people think, oh God, that means I'm a failure because I've had to extend dates. I read that once, like, don't bullshit by extending your dates. Your dates are your dates. I saw once. I'm not in the world where hustle is the answer to everything. I've been ill. Anybody that ever says to you that you should push through illness, if a coach says that, or a coach is like, come on, man up, get yourself together, go for it, they are not your coach. I am not here. I said this in the other episode. There's no part of me that is existing in your space, in your online space, and you're seeing me on Instagram or this podcast going to your ears, where I want to create a world where you are more overloaded and overwhelmed than you when you listen to me. I hate that. I hate it when you listen to something and they're like, the answer is you got to do more. No. The answer is not that. It really winds me up. There's been a few things that I've really wound me up the last couple of days. I'm going to get them off my chest. While I'm still cold and puffied and feeling like shit. Zero fucks given to the fact that if you don't enjoy seeing other people's holidays, don't listen to my podcast and don't follow me. I said this on Instagram the other day. Nobody unfollowed me, so I've obviously got a really great community over there. But when people say, "Oh, it winds me up when they're showing off about the holiday," why? Because they've made decisions and made choices that you didn't, so they could go on a beautiful holiday. It really winds me up. I want to see everybody's holidays. I love seeing sunshine. I love seeing pools. I love seeing people having the most epic time. So share. And it pisses me off if people ever are neggy about that. Also pisses me off when I see people sharing theories and models of business and thought models and claiming them as their own. And I've read the bloody book and it's not a very well-known book. This is what happens, right? Because people are can be sneaky bastards. Because what I saw last week is somebody talking from a thought model that not many people know about it yet. And I'm not going to even mention what it is because then I think I will out the person, and I don't want to do that because I'm not that bad. But when somebody is sharing, like they know what, like it was their own idea and not referencing the book that they read it in, that upsets me so much because it's their work. I will reference, and you know, if you've been listening, I will reference books. I've done it today about Elizabeth Gilbert. You reference the book you learnt it from. If you can't remember. Like, Google it. You can Google it. Don't make out it's your own. Really, that really winds me up. There was a couple of things that really winding me up when I see it on Instagram at the moment. One, that like push through culture, do more to do less, and wrap it up like you're telling somebody that you're doing less, but actually they're not. You're telling them to do more. That really winds me up. People think that they know what they're talking about before they do actually know what they're talking about. And I think that's just me. This is me going off on one because it does. No, I'm being too neggy. I'm moaning because I'm ill. I was going to say something else then. I'm going to hold back. Should I say it? Yeah, just really quickly. I like. No, I can't. I can't say it out loud. I'm being a bitch. This is what happens when I'm ill. The bitch comes out. All I'm saying is that I think when you have to just be yourself and know what you're good at and know do you know what? I'm going to stop there. I have no idea where that. If you've just found me on this podcast, please go and listen to previous episodes, which are probably a lot more high quality than this one. Oh, I need to wrap it up, really. Anyway, the point of this podcast was that if you find yourself with all of the balls thrown at you, and what I forgot to say was, I was ill Friday, and then Jackson was poorly, so he was off. He's not been sleeping. Tech issues, me being ill, that means I'm onto something big. Because what I am saying to the universe, to whoever, if that's all you got, I'm still doing this. I've still got an amazing course that I am selling. This Productivity Academy is life-changing because it's going to give you that capacity to think, freedom. Like, organisation is liberation, 100%. When you know where everything is, your time is organised, you feel on top of it. Like, if you get ill, I didn't care that I was ill. I'm annoyed that I'm ill, of course, because no one likes being ill. But I knew that everything happens exactly as it should. So I'm like, right, well, there's no point in being frustrated. I'm going to listen to my body. I'm not going to push through. And I've rested. Like, I've properly rested. And even though I'm not better yet, I will be. But how much more ill would I have been? So I just want to give you that permission. Like, if you're poorly, don't worry about it. If the shit's hitting the fan, just honestly don't worry about it. Just breathe and go, I can figure it out. That's from Marie Forleo, by the way. Everything is figure-outable. Because we are born to do this, and things will figure themselves out. And I'm going to figure this out. And I just think I've got ill, and I'm going to have to adjust the dates for this launch and bringing this Productivity Academy into your life so that more people can have it at the offer price of £197. Or 3 payments of 75. Like, that is a real bargain. This is going to be like I reckon, like, it's going to be about £400 I would say by the end of the year. I reckon. If this is 197, it's going to be that's the lowest price it's going to be. And that's going to stop on the 31st of July. So just give you free, like, here's your warning. Unless you're in the Vivid Business Club, currently, right now on this date on the 15th of July, you've got a special deal, which I'm going to email you later. Right, I'm going to wrap up. I've gone on for too long. Hopefully you enjoyed my saucy voice. I'll be back changing the schedule of these podcasts. So every other week is a full solo one from me. Thank you to my amazing friend Shama, biggest fan of No Rest for the Vivid, who I've seen today. He started baking again. You never know. Shama says she wants to join the Vivid Business Club. She's like, I haven't really got a business. She has. She's just not doing it at the moment. She's amazing at making cakes. Anyway, So what was I saying? I've lost the thread again. I'm wrapping up. That's the new schedule. So you will hear another episode from me in a couple of weeks. And every Monday, obviously, but a full one. This was supposed to be a mini one and it's 25 minutes. But anyway, if you've got anything that you want me to talk about, tell me. Just send me a DM on Instagram. If we've never spoken before, just come be in my inbox. I love hearing from people about the episodes. Or you can, if you listen through Spotify, you can leave a question. You can leave an answer in the bottom. Okay. I'm going to go now. Wrapping up. Have a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you are. Take care of yourself. Drink water. Take your vitamins. And if you're ill, please go and rest. Speak to you soon.